Hey Awaken friends, Chris here and welcome to your flow. This is a bite-sized little get ready with me, start your day with me, energetic flow just to help you dial into your body, get out of your mind, leave the weekend or at home life behind and just start your day in the present moment. You don't need any props for this. It's just a nice little connection. We'll start sitting on our heels in a hero's pose. And if you don't already subscribe, please subscribe to this channel, like the other videos, explore our playlists, and hopefully you can find something else on your yoga journey. But when you're ready, as I said, let's start in hero's pose. Just our bum resting back on our heels, chest is just nicely elevated. I'm just going to arrive into this nice centered space. If this is too much for you, you can put a block between your legs, or you can sit cross-legged. But if you're able, let's arrive into hero's pose. And just take one nice, deep, centering breath in through the nose and out through the nose. On the next inhale, let's interlace our fingers and we're going to raise them up above our head in the inhale. And exhale, I want you to flip them over and press away. And gaze up and doing one big inhale. Lifting those shoulders up, reaching up to the sky, and exhale, bringing your hands down, just doming the spine gently to start with. And coming up and inhale and bring those hands forward to your chest, so your knuckles are touching your chest. And exhale, push it forward again as you dome that spine. Inhale, lift up, so fingers and palms are facing the roof. And exhale, gaze up, press up a little bit higher. Inhale here, and exhale coming back down, doming that spine, maybe a little bit lower, a bit more articulation. Exhale coming back so your knuckles touch your chest. Inhale, pressing forward, rolling your head down, releasing that neck, feeling that open up. And arms come up. Exhale, gaze up. And inhale as we lift our shoulders up a little bit higher. And exhale, coming back down, articulating the spine. Now as hands come through, knuckles touching our chest, and falling down to our center. Let's just roll our shoulders here. Just feel some nice movement as we're just waking up and connecting in here. Inhale, palms will come up, fingertips touch above our head. Let's just cactus. One time here, gently opening, gazes slightly up to the sky, the roof. And then roll those shoulders back down. Bring our hands onto the mat. Let's come forward to a cat-cow. Kind of a standard position to start any practice here. And just arriving with our shoulders over our wrists, our knees are underneath our hips. And let's bring our chest open and forward. A nice big inhale. And exhale, rounding that spine as our chin comes to our chest. Gaze moving back. And inhale coming forward. Exhale, really lifting up that spine, articulating through here. And as we come forward, let's start to bring some organic movement through here. I'd just like to move around a little bit. You might be moving up your wrists, bending a little bit in the elbows. What feels good to you here today? What's connecting into your body? Maybe it's coming all the way back. So it's almost like a little child's pose. And bringing your chest open and forward, collarbones up and open. And the purpose of this class is really about dialing into this moment, connecting to the space, waking up your body from whatever you've been doing. If it's a Monday morning, maybe it's a Friday morning, whatever's been happening. This is just a nice, quick little connection to get you into the groove, into your space. For me, it's about getting out of my head and connecting into my total body. So I'm feeling, I'm thinking, and I'm just ready for anything. Let's tuck our toes and lift up into our first down dog. Now I may be preserving a really nice gentle bend through our knees here, which is helping our lower back. We're going to bring our tailbone to start pointing up towards the sky, shoulders rolling down and open, just pressing up through those palms. Then it starts feeling good, maybe we start walking it out, one heel moving towards the ground, then the other, nice gentle bend. And ready, let's come to a static position. And again, you might have a lovely bend into your knees here, which is preserving the lower back and not putting too much pressure on there, but move to wherever feels comfortable and right for you. And I'd like you to just lift up onto the toes or the balls of the feet and then gently sway over to the right side. Just stretching open our left side body. And then coming to the balls of the feet. And then outer edge of left foot, inner edge of right foot are coming towards the ground as we bring our heels down and stretching the right side. Coming back up to the balls of the feet. Let's do that again on the other side. Inner arch of left foot's down, outer edge of right foot. We're just stretching open that left side body. Coming back up to the balls of the feet. And again, to the other side. I'm just feeling that nice opening stretch. Back to center, up onto the balls of our feet, and let's tiptoe, 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 all the way up to the top of the mat. Nice bend of the knees here, folding down, preserve that lower back, and let's ragdoll. As we start to wake up the hamstrings, feel the connecting tissue between your hips and your legs, just waking up. For me, I'm always tight between that dual connection point, so these are just a nice way to give an indication to my legs that we're going to start doing some work soon. We just want to wake up. Inhale, halfway lift as you come up, fingertips just below the kneecaps, pressing out the length through your spine, and exhale, fold down. Next inhale, bend the knees generously, and just articulate the spine, rolling vertebra by vertebra all the way up. Shoulders roll open at the top, palms come towards the front of the root, open and round down. Let's ground our feet into the ground as we arrive into Tadasana, our mountain pose. The strength coming up through our thighs as we gently pull them in, tailbone pointing towards the ground. And let's bring the length through our spine. Ribs are lifting up just a little bit as we come up, and imagine a nice piece of string going all the way up to the sky. And your head, let's just bring our neck back a little bit and lock in here into Tadasana. Inhale, hands come up to the sky, fingertips touch, gaze may just gently drift up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center, fold forward, nice bend in the knees, just preserve that lower back. Inhale, fingertips to the ground or just below the knees to preserve that length through that spine. Exhale, palms to the ground and step back into plank pose. Arriving in our plank pose, heels pointing towards the back of the room. If this is a bit much for you, especially first thing in the morning, knees are down, preserving that too, so we're really pushing through the ground up through our shoulders, and our spine is quite activated. Core is switching on. And for all the people at home, that's just imagine to stop peeing, and that really helps activate those lower core muscles in this position. Let's gently and gracefully come down towards the ground. Elbows will graze just past the chest as we arrive onto the mat. Untuck the toes, hands just underneath the shoulders, pressing up to lift up into a cobra. And preserving that length through the spine, imagine that string so we're not gazing out. Our neck's in alignment, exhale down. Inhale, come up. Hands may lift just gently off the ground so you can really feel those back muscles working. And exhale down. Tuck the toes, lift up through plank, hinge at the hips, and bend back into our downward facing dog. And just walk it out here. Walk out that dog. Feel that length, feel that strength. Come into the balls of the feet, right foot will float up to the sky. Right foot will come up towards your nose, let it just touch your nose or as close as it can get, and then back up to the sky. And this time we're going to bring it up. Our right knee is coming towards our left elbow as close as it can get, and it's going to open out to the side. We're going to arrive into a fallen triangle here. You'll feel this through your hamstrings. You'll feel this little stretch happening as we open, and then we're going to drop our left heel down and just lift our left hand up to the sky. And then come back down. If this is feeling too much, and it's a bit much for you, please bring your right knee down to the ground and just open up into a side plank variation here. Well, back to there, and step back into a downward facing dog. Breathe here, connecting to this space. Nice deep breath in, and let it go. Out through the nose, to the ball of the right foot. Left foot floats up to the sky. Left knee comes up to right elbow, maybe just a little touch or getting close, and then steps open to the side. And it's kind of like this long lunge position, extended runner's lunge. Again, if this is too much, left knee down and opening up. Dropping the right heel down, let's open up to a fallen triangle. Feel this through your shoulder, connecting through your body, feet. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Left foot back to downward facing dog. And breathe in here. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Just connect to that space. Coming to the ball of the left foot, right foot floats up to the sky. Right knee comes up through the chest, and right big toe is going to come up towards your right thumb, landing on the ground. We're going to raise up into a crescent lunge. Rise, preferably more than a raise, although everybody loves a raise every now and then. But we're going to rise, like the sunrise. And arrive here. Now, keeping a bend in our left knee will help us keep that length through our spine as we arrive into our crescent lunge, into our Anjaneyasana. And just feel and breathe here. Breath in. And exhale, hands come down to the ground. Framing our right foot steps back to left. Let's bring our knees down. Forearms will come down towards the ground. And we're going to breathe up as our nose comes close to the ground, lifting up and pressing up into an upward facing dog here. If you're ready for that, if this is a bit much for your shoulders, you can come back down to the ground and start in that cobra where we were earlier. All right, up dog, roll over the toes. If you were there with me, when we come back to our downward facing dog, and breathe in here. Come to the ball of the right foot, left foot floats up to the sky. Left knee tiger curls up, or comes up to the left thumb, and we rise up into our crescent lunge. Again, keeping a bend in our right knee will preserve our back and our hips. Especially if it's the first thing in the morning, hips may not be that open. We're really just opening and stretching here. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Left foot comes back to right. Same flow through, knees will come down, forearms will come down. You move back to almost like a child's pose and then pull yourself through. This nice lunar lift. Thighs come off the ground as we arrive into our up dog and roll over the toes. And you're back into your downward facing dog. And breathe here. Deep breath in, center your body, center your space. Come into the ball of the left foot, right foot will float up to the sky. And right knee comes up through the chest, right toes to right thumb. Left knee comes down to the ground. And we rise up into an Ardha Anjaneyasana, a lowered crescent lunge. And just gently gaze back. So gently looking up to the sky. And we're going to just bring our hands coming forward. And we're going to untuck our left toes and just sit back to our Ardha Hanuman. So we're just lengthening out our right leg slightly. It doesn't have to be straight, it can be bent here. Our chest is coming forward, and we just want to open up this hamstring and the hip connected joints. Feel the ligaments there and the attachment areas. And then hands coming forward. Let's lean forward a little bit, lifting our chest. This is a nice runner's lunge. Stretching open our hip flexors here. And then come back. You're lifting the toes, feeling where you need to go to. You don't have to bend all the way down. Again, this is a morning practice. This is just about giving the cues to our body that it's time to move, time to groove. And then hands will frame your right foot back to left. Our knees are already on the ground, so let's just glide back a little bit and then pull through. And up. Facing dog. Rolling over the toes. And we're back into our downward facing dog. Come into the ball of the right foot. Left foot will float up to the sky. A little bit. Love it. You know me one spot that I do this. Left foot will float up to the sky. The knee will tiger curl one time, coming through the chest. Left toes come up to the left thumb, and our right knee will lower down, and we'll lift up into our Ardha Anjaneyasana, lower crescent lunge. And gaze up, gently opening the back muscles, opening here. And this time we might just cactus our arms, pulling them down, really feeling that through the shoulders, the shoulder blades, articulating through. Hands come around and lift back up. Untuck the right toes and moving back into our Ardha Hanuman to just feel our way into this. Again, nice bend through the left knee will preserve the lower back. Doesn't need to put too much pressure onto the hamstring or the connecting tissue there. And come forward, right toes down and just leaning out. Feel the hip flexors stretching open. Moving back, left toes might come up to the sky. And just lean forward. Toes down. One more time, stretching open, palms to the ground, left foot back to right, knees already here, moving our hips back and pulling up and through our upward facing dog. Rolling over the toes and back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. A nice centering breath, activating your body, your space. Dialing into this moment, coming into the balls of your feet, hips up to the sky, bending your knees, hop, skip, teleport to the top of the mat. Raise to a halfway lift, fingertips maybe just below the knees for the length of the spine. Exhale down. Then inhale, rolling up, fingertips up above us. Bring your hands down through heart center, opening up into a Tadasana, palms to the front of the room. Feel those shoulders open, length and strength through the spine and the legs. Inhale, hands to the sky. Bring your hands through heart center and fold forward, all the way down. Lifting to a halfway lift, fingertips just below the kneecaps, and exhale, fold all the way down. Then inhale, one movement, all the way back up to the sky, fingertips up, maybe your gaze is following, and exhale, hands down to heart center, and open back into Tadasana. Nice salute to the day, your welcoming moment. When you arrive back here, take a really nice big deep breath in, and exhale it out. And this is a fun, nice morning sequence that I like to do to help me dial and connect in before I start the day, before I get the kids up, before anything else happens. It's a really quick way just to center my moment. From here, if you want to flow into something else, please jump into one of the other practices or another vinyasa, or maybe this is perfect for you so you can begin your day in the best way. I want to thank you for flowing with me. I hope the rest of your day is amazing, and I look